is Bloody Brilliant
Biz.
Bloody Brilliant Sport.
And welcome back to the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast, brought to you by Bluebet.
That's Klutz. I'm Das. We are the Bloody Brilliant Beers. We started out reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations that you'd more than likely hear from the front bar at your local. And Klutzy, for the fourth day in a row, I think, we're back.
Yeah, we're back again. We're at the Caxton Hotel, and we're very happy to be here, as always.
There's nowhere else we'd rather be. This is our weekly sports show where we basically cover off all the important topics for the week in the sporting world. If you're looking for an in-depth analysis and a breakdown of stats, then we'd kindly ask that you
fuck off.
Kindly fuck off. Now, there's a notable, what do you call it? Like, not substitute, but there's something missing from the show.
An absence.
An absence is the word I was looking for, and I've just spied a little camera over there in the corner filming. So I have a feeling that Cristiano Ronaldo has got something up his sleeve. Donny Sports, he's not here, but he is here. So where the fuck is he and what is he doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's only so much time we can pad for here.
I think I have an idea of what he's doing.
Yep.
And if I do, wow.
We really should have maybe given him a little bit more time.
Well, maybe he should just... Oh, my God.
Oh, here he is. He's, for people who are only listening on Spotify and Apple, he's basically dressed as some sort of sadistic man who fucks horses. By the looks of things.
I'm the stockman of the Caxton Hotel.
Stockman of the Caxton
stockman of the
Hotel.
Caxton.
Oh, how's that costume going to work out for you, bro?
It's slowly deflating.
Somewhat like the Cowboys season.
Yes! Oh my God, that was so good.
Do I look like a cowboy?
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
Brokeback Mountain sort of stuff. Nice of you to turn up. I thought maybe after a loss to the Titans you'd be too scared to show
No,
your face.
because you know what happened is I bought this outfit round 3 this year, hoping that the Cowboys would beat the Broncos at Suncorp Stadium.
They didn't.
And the plan was to walk in and surprise you after the Cowboys beat you, but they just never ended up winning. So.
Yeah, it was funny. We were Donny and I were talking before you got here this afternoon, Klutzy, and I was saying how that clip I played last week of him basically saying the Cowboys are kind of shit. I was like, I've had that for so long, and I was going to save it for after the game, but I didn't want to waste it if the Cowboys beat the Bronx.
Yeah.
And he's like, funny you should say that.
I hope I look as good as I feel.
Yeah, well,
Because I feel
hope
like
you feel pretty
a
shit.
stallion, a man that really lives by his own rules, much like a cowboy would. So I hope I look as good as I feel.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I hope you feel like shit because that's how you look.
It's just very confronting seeing a horse coming from your cock.
Well, no, see, I am riding the horse, and I like to think this horse is Buck.
Yeah,
and
sure.
I've tamed Buck, much like the Cowboys will tame Buck.
So part of the Cowboys logo mascot is the Broncos.
Bronco.
Yeah, part of the identity of the Cowboys is defeating and taming the Broncos. You're right, correct. Got it.
But if it's a Bronco, then it would be a wild horse, so therefore not tamed.
Well, in fact, in this scenario, we have in fact tamed the Broncos. So
it's not a
therefore
Bronco.
it's a horse.
It's a horse.
once more, was a Bronco, now a horse. We're getting into the weeds with it a little bit, but I think it makes sense to the people at home that this once was a wild horse, now tamed by a stockman who hails from the Caxton Hotel, and is now just a horse.
But just to clarify, there's other wild horses out there still winning the.
Well, there's a big horse
Called
sitting right in front of me.
Yeah.
Probably a good time to chat. We've got a bit of the setup's changed slightly.
Yeah, it has.
This is what we've been working towards. We've been waiting on a bit of equipment to come. So we've got Donny sitting over there on his cuck couch, and we're perched up here in the usual spot. There's still a few.
Dude, you know what we have to get?
What?
We have to get a black
Leather couch. Yeah.
A black leather
that would have
couch.
been funny.
Yeah,
The casting couch.
Yeah.
Donny's casting couch.
Donny's casting couch.
We're getting that for next
have to
week.
get that.
We're getting that for next week for sure.
The couch has been a very popular thing this week up here.
Yeah.
So I think we need a casting couch.
Yeah, we do. But there's still a few more changes, man. We're not fully done, but we're a step in the right direction. To kick things off this week, the Ashes obviously took place during the week. Sorry, it's just fucking playing a TikTok.
Come on, try to be a bit professional.
Yeah, sorry. It's hard when I've got some fucking idiot dressed as a horse in front of me.
Yeah. Not a Bronco.
Something that you guys might not know about me, and a quick question off the bat. Didn't give you any prep for this, but were either of you boys any good at maths in school?
Yes.
No.
I know Klutzy was pretty good. You were average?
Yeah, C
I wasn't
average.
good at maths B.
Yeah, but still.
But, you know, you general
Did you
sort
do
of
maths
maths.
B?
Yeah, I did, and I wasn't good at it.
No, but if you did it, that's like basically what I'm trying to say is, you know the NAPLAN test
Yeah.
we did, which was like year 3, 5, 7, I believe.
Yeah.
It might have changed between now and then for what,
7, 9.
yeah, for whatever it is, because we're fucking 28 or whatever. But in year 7, I was actually in the top 2% for maths in the state.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
How has that helped you in any way?
Well, not it hasn't really, but
Yeah,
I
so
was
moving on.
I was just reading this article during the week, and it didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But I was like, wait, I'm a fucking mathematical genius, so maybe if I check it with someone else, like I just don't want to say this article's dumb before having a point of reference
Right,
of an
right.
idiot like yourself.
Yeah,
So,
well,
okay,
if you
okay,
need
okay.
some answers answered, I'm kind of the guy to go to.
yeah, it looks like it.
As a stocky of the caco.
So as we know, series retained, Ashes retained, series drawn.
Yep.
We drew with the English in England. Piers Morgan, I don't even really know how to say his name.
Piers.
Ugh.
Piers. Everyone knows who he is. He's a
Cunt.
Piers Morgan.
Yeah, Piers.
Fuck with.
He's had a lot to say, and this was a little excerpt I read of an SEN article. England shock jock Piers Morgan has hit out at Australia again ahead of the 5th Ashes Test at the Oval. Morgan was ropeable following the 4th Test at Manchester after the game was washed out, allowing Australia to retain the Ashes with a 2-1 lead heading into the final Test. As England were in the box seat at Old Trafford with the Aussies 5 for 214, in the second innings, still 61 runs behind England's first innings total, Morgan is certain the English would have claimed victory if weather permitted.
Boo.
He feels that a win there and a 2-2 series scoreline heading into the Oval would have made the series one of the greats in history, while adding that he feels England could easily be up 4-0. Now, to me, that doesn't make any sense because Australia won the first 2 games.
Yeah. How do you suddenly get 4 victories when you've already lost the first 2?
There's been calls that we were outplayed across the series, and to their credit, they probably would have won that game that rained out.
Yeah.
They did win the last game, but people just seem to forget about the first 2. And if I'm correct in saying 2 plus 2 is 4, there was 4 games. We both won 2,
Yeah.
equal amount of wins. How do we get dominated?
I don't know.
The maths
I
doesn't
don't
check
know.
out.
It doesn't
dumb.
make sense to me.
One of the things that I think a lot of people over here have been saying is that, like, how can you justify that you should have won when, like, you got to win all of them?
Yeah,
But also, like, you're playing in England, so maybe you should realise that your home country is just
It rains, cunt.
fucking
Yeah,
wet. So when you've got days to play cricket, you play fucking cricket.
Yeah.
And you go out there and you win the days.
Yeah.
And then at the end, you win this thing called a match.
Yep.
Then if you win a bunch of matches, you win a series.
Yep.
And maybe if you got off your fucking asses and didn't send the worst fucking cricketing team that this entire world has ever seen down to Australia
how
and got your asses whooped,
Yeah.
maybe you wouldn't have had to have a drawn series and you could have fucking had it in your
could have
way
retained
then.
it.
You
Yeah,
could have
yeah,
retained it.
yeah,
if
Also, you made the rules. It's your sport.
You
Your
literally made
rules
the fucking rules.
Simply
win.
seize the day.
Simply seize the day.
And you try and bend the rules all the time. Everyone was outraged the other night. Ben Stokes took a catch off Steve Smith. Did he actually take the catch? No, he didn't. Whacked it into his fat fucking leg and dropped the ball. Yeah, there's a reason why he's in the slips. It's because he can't move.
When you've got fat legs, you should know not to be waving that ball anywhere near them.
Exactly. You're a tree. Your trunks are firmly planted.
Much like
And you
Clutchy
should
on the
know
rugby
that-
field.
Exactly. Tree trunks don't really sway too much. The branches do.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, your branch went straight into the trunk.
Yeah. Unlucky, bruh.
Ball gone.
But yeah,
And
it just
then
didn't make a
also-
lot of sense to me saying that, you know, I just don't see how England could have been 4-0 up when they lost the first 2 games.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're all just delusional over there. Now, it is good that some of them came over here and did start this, like, basically now we've got like a nation of 26 million people that just dominated in a sport, in multiple sports, actually.
Almost every sport, yeah.
Almost
is good
every
math.
sport.
Well, there's some good maths.
That's
Yeah.
some good numbers.
So just this could be a complete. It is a complete segue, but it is with mathematics and sports. There was recently the Swimming World Championships,
Yep,
right? Now there's been
correct.
a bit of furore with that.
Shout out to our good friend Zach Stubblety Cook.
Yeah, got the silver, I
Yeah.
believe.
I think he got a bronze in the medley as well, relay.
Fucking oath. Good on him. Absolute weapon. Shout out to you and your bidet videos as well.
Yeah.
But
Probably clarify that he was just showing us what the bidets were like in Japan.
oh yeah, there's nothing else to that. I've never seen a bidet actually work. But basically in all the swimming stuff, it's always been the amount of golds is who wins,
Yep.
right?
Yeah. The amount of golds wins.
Yeah, so it's always been the amount of golds is who wins the tournament.
Yeah.
America did not have the most amount of golds. We did, but they had the most total number of medals.
I know where this is going.
So they put it up, and now I think we've been giving them cheeky jabs the last few days about it.
They had more total medals, but we had more golds.
But we had a lot more golds as well.
Yep.
Also breaking world records and shit like that.
Yep.
The mathematics in the world at the moment is just in world sport is fucked.
There needs to be an investigation.
You know, like when you're one of the largest nations in the world, and then you're using total number of medals to beat total firsts.
Yeah.
To a nation of a mere 26 million people.
But it's
That's
a firm
us.
26.
For people who are wondering, that's us with 26 million.
I'd love to know the per capita of those medals as well.
We'd fucking clean them up.
We would clean them up because there's a lot of people over in America.
There is, yeah.
And if you're listening from America, hello.
We love you. How are you?
Get better.
Did you have a quote from the cricket as well, Donny, that you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, well, the news that came out is that
I love how you ditched the horse, but you still look like a fucking idiot. Maybe more so because it might look like you're actually trying to just dress like that. Like, at least with the costume.
like what? Like what would I be trying to dress as?
A fucking idiot.
The stockman of the Caxton is.
Sorry, continue. I just cut
the
you off
news
there.
that came out is that after every Ashes test,
Yeah.
you have congratulatory beers with the opposition.
Yeah, last year it went viral because they were on some rooftop when the sun came up
Yeah.
and they got kicked off basically. Yeah, making too much
and they
noise.
weren't even going that hard.
Yeah.
That's Tasmania for you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But it turns out that the Palms didn't want to have a drink with the boys.
yeah,
Which is fucked.
Very fucked. And
it
then
is fucked.
I forget if it was Broad or Stokes tweeted at like 4 a.m. saying, "Oh no, it's not like that. We just had so many things to do after the game."
What have you got to do?
Collect
Cry?
the urn? Oh, no, wait. You didn't have to do that. That was us.
It's funny that we're on this because one of our mates, Eden's, just sent something through from the England Barmy Army, and this could go to show. I think they're too high on their own supply and got a bit of a God complex. The Barmy Army has come out with a shirt, and it's called The Best. And it's a polo shirt, and it's got a few of the cricketers like Broady and Bairstow and Root, and then they've also got the coach, McCullum. And it's to commemorate the series. And it's like,
the best.
why would you bring out the best when you've just lost? Like, do you
How
think
could
that...
it, by definition, wrong?
I think we've just found out what they were doing to not have a beer. They were getting
Designing
really
the
shit caricatures, and they had to sit there for 8 hours to have it all fucking drawn out for them.
Yeah.
Absolute best case scenario is that you're second best.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Yeah.
There's
Exactly.
you cannot be higher than second in that
Yeah.
situation.
But I completely agree. I think it's ridiculous that they did not... Like, I don't care how much you hate another team or whatever on the field. Off the field, it is always...
Have a beer.
yeah, you always have a beer. There's like a level of respect there.
Yeah, 100%.
It doesn't matter what level of sport it is either. There's always a level of respect afterwards where you have a beer despite
absolutely.
anything that happened.
Yeah, 100%.
So the idea that they don't think that they're good enough to drink, that the Aussies aren't good enough to drink with, made me think, like, who are the people that you'd rather have a drink with than the English cricket team? 'Cause for me, the list is long. For starters, it's the tiny island nation of 26 million. All those.
Yeah, all of them. Every single one. Yeah.
All of
So
them.
they're already 26 mil behind.
Probably Lizzo. She's a bit controversial at the moment, but
I'd put myself up there as well. I'd
Yeah.
rather just sit alone and drink.
yeah, my shadow.
Yeah. I can't imagine in any world where you bang on about the spirit of cricket to have the audacity to just over and over again not uphold it yourself.
Yeah.
I'd probably rather be in a room with the Johns brothers having an awkward silence and me
Yeah.
just sitting there having a beer than have a beer with the English cricket team.
Yeah, literally.
Like,
It'd
that's
probably
saying
be
a
less
lot.
awkward.
I would feel so on edge the whole time.
There's
as
not many
well.
people that I'd like to have a beer with less at the moment. And I might come around. You know, it might come around. The next Ashes series might change my mind. But until then, the list is very, very
Has
long.
this act from England just set us up for a 5-0 victory at home for the next Ashes series?
Jeez, I hope so.
It hasn't not done that.
What
No.
was the stat you looked up the other day? Not that we talk about stats, but how long since they've had the Ashes? Fucking like 2000.
It's been about basically
13 or
10
so?
years.
Yeah.
Um,
Long time.
Yeah, I think it was 2013 was the last time they had it. We got it back in 15.
Yeah.
Retained at 17, got it 19, 21. now. Got it
Still
again.
Coming home,
So
baby.
basically, it's going to be over 10 years since they've had it, and they're yipping and yahooing about how.
And that's coming to Australia. They've got
Yeah.
to win it on our
So
soil.
it'll be 12 or 14 years before they've fucking got their hands on that little urn once
Such
again.
shit.
When's the last time you reckon they won it here?
Oh, I think it was a while, but 2000 and I think it was mid 2000s possibly. Yeah, I don't know, but that's what I mean. No one fucking remembers. No one cares
Yeah.
because they can't do it.
And I don't want to have a beer with any of you either. So
No, don't come back to the CAC.
no, fuck no,
Uninvited.
definitely not.
Oh god, that would be so awkward.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it would, like, removing yourself as a Aussie, it would still be like a bit of fun? Nah, do you reckon that'd even be fun? Do you reckon that'd be a good time?
Yeah, fucking oath.
You know what? I would love to have a beer with James Anderson.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking oath.
Yeah.
I'd love to have a beer
Yeah.
with all of them.
Yeah.
Which Aussie
possibly.
cricketer would you like to have a beer with the most? All time.
Oh, that's
All
all
time.
time.
Adam Gilchrist. Adam
Um,
Gilchrist.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew Simons.
Andrew
I reckon.
Simons. Yeah,
I
that would
reckon,
be
yeah,
too.
Simons
Shane
or, like,
Warne.
Booney.
Yeah.
Shane Warne would be
Yeah,
fucking
Warney would be up there.
insane.
I just think Simo or
Travis Head.
Matty Hayden. Travis Head at the moment.
Yeah, in terms of the current
Trav's my
team.
number one target at the moment.
You got a bit of Travis Head about you.
Yeah.
Grow that mo out.
Yeah, I do. Just
Quick
a bloke-
run scorer.
Yeah, very quick runs. Hit out or get out.
No time for singles. Just boundaries.
No. All right, bowling.
Yeah. Yeah, can do a job with the ball.
Yeah, could do a job. Actually, I got back in the nets on the weekend at
Did
Jake's.
you actually?
Really?
Yeah, there was a
Were you
couple of
blind?
blokes from. I was getting there, which was actually a bit dangerous. But there was
How'd
a couple
you
of.
pull up?
My arm was so. We didn't do much, but there was these blokes from Marist in year 10 down there, just in the cricket nets, and then one of them was actually big listener of the pod, Jack Christensen. It was his younger brother, and he gave us a bat to use and
Bang.
a ball. And one of the boys in our 6th grade team is actually like a handy cricketer,
Yeah, right.
and I'm just there. He's like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Nothing at my nuts, nothing
All
at my head.
Yeah.
Please, I have no
Put it
protection."
outside off, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's just fucking bowling like body line up, man.
Yeah, I hate that.
It was so fun.
I remember we randomly went to the nets. This would have been a couple of years ago now, and I hadn't bowled since school, and
Yeah.
I thought my arm was going to drop off.
that
It's
first,
fucking
the first downward
sucked.
motion of
Like,
like the
tingles
rapidness of
all
it.
through your
tingled.
arm and
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
I've never bowled a cricket ball, only tennis balls.
See,
like beach cricket.
really?
I've
That's
never-
something you just keep internal, Don. You don't tell people that. You don't tell
like
people
my
that.
parents from the rip decided that me playing cricket on a Saturday for a few hours and then watching was just something they weren't willing to sign
Were you a
up for.
volleyball guy?
No, not big. No, I was too busy winning premierships in under-13s Div 3 rugby league. But
What, in the summer?
In summer.
no, I was probably too busy playing Xbox at home. But
Yeah, exactly.
but no, never played like. I obviously played beach cricket and
Yeah. But not like for a club.
Nah,
We
so-
should go to the Nets one day.
Yeah,
Nah,
I reckon.
Fuck no. I
Looks easy to pick up.
can't fucking. My arm can't handle it. It's hurting me to think
I'll
about
break your fucking arm.
it. You know what's funny? I remember being like 13, 14 and asking dad for throwdowns in the backyard to practice cricket. And him throwing like 4 balls and being like, mate, I can't throw anymore. My shoulder's fuck. And me
Yeah.
being like, what do you mean? Like, I
Yeah.
can throw 100 balls. And now I'm like half my dad's age. And I'm like, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It would have taken every ounce of strength to be able to do that.
That's a big lift, actually. Like, my old man used to come down and bowl.
Yeah.
And I think he had like a shoulder recon or he's had something, but he'd be like, oh, arm's getting a bit sore.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just a couple more. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, okay. I'm like, wow, you actually went through a lot of pain.
Yeah.
Just so.
Just so we could
Just
be
so I could
so
bat,
shit.
just so I could bat number 10.
Oh, fuck. All right, Donny. This is an interesting link that I found during the week, and I thought it actually could be quite fitting for you. You're about to move house, correct?
Yes.
Have
yes.
you got anywhere in mind that you're thinking about moving?
I'd like.
This is not that bad. Like, I'm not.
This is just
I'm hoping
funny.
to get into like South Bank or maybe even the Valley.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll just read you the headline of this article, which could change your thought pattern about where you want to go.
Okay.
The streets of Juba, South Sudan, are named after Queensland's state of origin legends, and nobody knows why. The streets of the world's newest capital city are named after Queensland's state of origin legends, and no one seems to know why. Juba, the capital of South Sudan, has a grid of streets named after various Maroon players, including Arthur Beetson, Mal Meninga, Wally Lewis, Alan Langer, Paul Vorton, Darren Lockyer, and G. Miles. Images on Google Earth show the streets with the names. There's also a Queenslander Drive, Australia Street, and a koala drive.
That's awesome.
The oddity was discovered by David McQuinn from Adelaide, who told The Australian, "I avoided Facebook, Twitter, and SMS, but have become addicted to Google Earth." That's fucking weird.
It just sounds like a lie.
Yeah, as my travel budget is limited, health not what it used to be, and many places would be rather risky to visit, I zoom in on locations currently in the news. South Sudan and Juba are in the news and look like featuring more regularly now with armed mobs on the loose. So I thought I should familiarise myself with the area. I looked for the UN base and airport where fighting was reported, and up popped the league player streets. Maroon's legend and former Broncos captain Miles this has got typos in it. Explanation for this, it just says OT. Oh, has no explanation for the street names, I'm guessing. Maybe it's an Australian expat who was the town planner there. So obviously a lovely part of town. We're talking armed mobs and gang
mobs
rights.
are the best kind of mob.
There's Malmaninga Drive, Darren Lockyer Road, I can see here.
I was going to say, if an armed mob's coming at me, I probably got to be on Dallas Johnson Drive because he can just fucking push him away and just smack him down.
This actually, we were talking about this a few weeks ago on the Sports Pod. It might have been before you jumped on, but there's a place out in Toowoomba that has similar street names. But I feel like South Sudan just has a bit of something that could be right for you in it.
Well, it's different.
What's interesting to me is how they split up. Like Dallas Johnson Drive has a nice ring to it. Like Dallas Johnson Court isn't quite.
Yeah.
But maybe like Carmichael Hunt Court.
Yeah.
That could work.
I do like.
But it's interesting, like what kind of tag of street that you'd put onto a
Well, that's why I'm a big fan of. We have one in Queen. Well, not just that town, but when you're going out towards Toowoomba and shit, Darren Lockyer Way.
Yeah.
It's the Darren Lockyer Way.
Yes.
So on this map
It's either
here,
his way or another highway.
Literally.
on this map here, I can see Arthur Beetson Way, Malmaninga Drive, Darren Lockyer Road, and Paul Vorton Street. Donny, if there was a Donny Sports something, what would it be?
It would be Donny Drive, surely.
Donny Drive.
Donny Drive,
Donny
yeah.
Drive.
Yeah.
Klutz Court.
Yeah, I was going to say Cucky Court.
Or,
Cucky
I
Circuit.
feel like it'd be Cucky Crescent.
Cucky Crescent.
Plenty of ex-Broncos in here. Yeah. Might see Josh Maguire or something. Tamed. Yeah. At home knitting or something like that.
Not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just think.
Never.
Yeah. I'd be Darcy Drive, surely.
Yeah, you'd think
Darcy
so.
Drive.
So I can't sway you into moving to South Sudan, basically.
I'd never say never.
Yeah.
I would never say never.
I think we could work out a way to do this show remote.
Well, we've got 2 cameras now. They'll never even know.
You
If
take
I
that
just
couch
if I
with
just
you.
cut this bit of the Caxton out and just
Just
have my new
remodel
life
it.
on Darren Lockyer Street, was it?
Yeah, Darren Lockyer Road,
get around
sorry.
that.
Darren Lockyer Road, Paul Vorton Street.
Paul Vorton Street kind of has that's more me. I'll just have a look at what the mobs are doing, and if I can get in
I'll get in there.
unmaimed,
Do you reckon we can have someone reach out? Like, surely there's someone out there who knows what's going on.
Yeah, if you're in South Sudan and Juba in particular, please reach out because we'd love to know.
Yeah,
all
or
our Jubes, reach out.
there's got to be a few
We're just
Jews
going to have
out
to be
there.
careful because most of the time I get contacted by someone from South Sudan.
Yeah.
I think I'm trying to be hacked.
Trying to be scammed. Or there's got to be, obviously it's a Queensland town planner or something. I reckon we can set it as a mission of this show to figure out who's done this.
It feels like a sponsored segment. Some people get, sent overseas to watch the footy, sent overseas to make vlogs in clubs.
Yeah, the Levels boys might get to go to Vegas for round 1 of the NRL, but we're going to fucking Juba
Domino's are sending us to Juba today.
to get to the bottom of this.
I don't know if you boys saw over the weekend, Terence Crawford in the boxing was accompanied by Marshall Mathers himself, Eminem to the ring, while the song from 8 Mile played, Lose Yourself.
The song from 8 Mile.
The
Eminem's
Oscar
probably-
and Grammy
yeah.
Award winning
Yeah.
song, Lose Yourself. When I first saw the copy on the clip, I thought that Eminem would be rapping the song on the way to the ring.
Did he not rap?
No, he was just there,
Walking out.
walking out, which I was
Right.
a little bit miffed by, but it was still cool.
Well, you don't want to take the center of attention away. He would have just put through a fucking phenomenal performance.
Dude, that might
would have
be-
taken away from Terrence.
That might be the coolest entrance ever.
Yeah.
Like,
If he did rap it, I feel like it would have kicked
I
it up. a
swear
few
he did rap it.
notches.
I don't know. Maybe I didn't see it. But surely he rapped it. He didn't just fucking walk out with
He did
him.
an introduction and then he just kind of walked out with him.
Yeah, right.
I'll be honest, there was a bit of confusion and it looked like when the lyrics hit, Terrence might have believed that that the real Slim Shady might have started belting out a tune.
Yeah.
But walk alongside him, he did. I thought it was a weird one because he didn't rap the whole way down, but it was still cool to be accompanied by. And I was thinking, like, who else would it be fun to be accompanied by to the ring, even if they're not going to rap the song?
Oh God.
Well,
I think 50 Cent and Many Men
Yeah, that
have
would
to strike fear into
that
the
would pump you
opposition.
up.
Yeah.
I think I've said this before. Don't know about on the podcast, but my entrance song, big WWE fan from back in the day. I'd probably have John Cena's entrance song as
Which
my
one?
entrance song. My Time Is Now.
Yeah, right.
Fun fact for you, I know every word to the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
That was my party trick, and I would have John Cena himself accompany me and rap
Yeah,
every
that
word.
would be good.
Be pretty epic.
He would take the vibe from you, I feel.
He can fucking
I
have
was
it,
always
bro.
more of a fan when he was still studying his doctorate.
Basic
in
thugonomics, yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. My favorite. I used to know every word to Rey Mysterio's old one.
What is it, like Booyaka Booyaka
Nah,
619?
before that, before it was Booyaka Booyaka.
Oh right. My God. That's OG as fuck.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
See, I reckon from the WWE world for something to be sick, Edge.
Yes, I
Yes,
was just
dude.
thinking Edge.
You think you know me?
Yeah.
On the stage, I see clearly.
That would be dope. And just have
Imagine
Ed
that.
running out.
Or like Batista.
Yeah.
And he comes. Imagine that he does that and then he just bang and then the mist goes away and then it's my shitty rig. Fucking all fun. I just tripped on the power cord.
Why don't?
What about Triple H up against the ropes?
Yeah.
Dude, I've
Spraying
done the
the
triple.
water
I did it last year for Jeeps in 6th grade. We're running out of the tunnel. I had a bunch of water in my mouth. And as I've run out, I've just gone all over someone that was filming it. I love
could
doing
never
the
quite
Triple
get the
H.
mist right.
I've just realized Rey Mysterio's song. Who's that jumping out the sky?
Are you
White Mysterio?
Here we go.
I know it too. I've been trying to think about it that whole time.
Yeah, fuck, that's sick.
Eminem would have to be up there though. With one of the coolest.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything could beat that. WWE, is that actually like cooler than Eminem? More intimidating?
It can't be, right?
It can't be. Like
Not
they're-
intimidating, but it'd be sick for the whole theatrical aspect of it.
Yeah.
See, I actually misread everything, even when I reread over it before, and I thought it was like, what song would you go out to?
Well, what
I
song
don't
would
know.
you go out
Well,
to?
I don't know.
I can guess what Clutzy was going to say.
Say it at the same
Well,
time. I'll count you.
It's going to be different because I had to think of it today.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna guess anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Put
All of the
Kylie
lights.
Minogue. Yeah. I thought it was gonna be Kylie Minogue for
Holy
sure.
fuck. Bro, if Kylie walked out, you'd be so distracted.
Yeah, it's true.
All of the Lights is a good one.
Yeah, but
That's
I
a
was like, I
really
don't know
good one.
how you would go with someone coming out with you.
I can imagine Kylie.
Kanye in just like a mask.
Yeah, I can imagine Kylie though walking down the stage.
Roller skating.
No, or if she did on a night like this,
Yeah,
and just
that would be
geeing the
good.
crowd up, and everyone's fucking gone mental, and Clutzy's just zoned in.
Surely on a night like this would be your walkout song.
It could be.
Yeah, I
that would
like
be very
that.
good.
It would be. That would get you fucking amped.
Yeah, I'd just be giggling. Another one that I just kept hearing today that I think would be spectacular for this sort of vibe, Heaven,
Bye.
DJ Sammy.
Yeah. Okay.
Baby, you're all that
Oh,
I
yeah,
want.
yeah.
Yeah, it'd be so good. She just comes out and just starts
Yeah.
like, fuck it. You just fist pump it. We're in heaven.
See,
yes.
I don't think I'm cool enough to even pull off the Eminem thing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I believe in yourself a little bit.
Nah,
I reckon.
I'm not like.
Have you seen this gimp?
Yeah, yeah. It could be worse. It could be wearing a fucking cowboy hat.
It's funny you say that because I think I'm definitely cool enough to pull off Many Men with 50 Cent.
Oh my god.
With a little, you put like a little band-aid on your face and shit. Yeah, I think
Many
you look
men.
really good.
Yes, you've seen Many Men, you little cock.
Absolutely. On my cucky casting.
Yeah. We really need to get that.
Yeah, fitting song actually. Well done.
Yeah. I think I was also thinking a very scat other song to come through. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. It'd be a completely different vibe as well. And having them walk out, people could probably laugh at you because they are the Offspring and they're quite old now. But like the kids aren't all right would be such a fucking sick song to walk out to. But having the boys walk out for you might not be the most intimidating thing ever.
No.
No.
I did a Justice Hooney fight. I had to film some content at it last year. And this guy was paying $18 on Bluebet and the other guy was paying like $1.01. And the guy that was paying $18 walked out to Baby Shark. And I thought
That's fucked.
I thought it was gonna like cut away and like, intro Baby Shark and then like cut to
Yeah.
something.
No.
Nah.
Just
The
Baby
whole-
Shark did.
by himself.
Yeah, I don't like
No
that.
crew, nothing at the Nissan Arena.
Well-
just walked out by himself.
There's a reason for that.
A dude who I used to work with had a media pass to the George Kambosos fight, the first one at Marvel, the big one, and he snuck into Kambosos's like entourage and walked out behind George and filmed it. And the video is fucking
pretty cool.
insane.
Wow.
That was like when the whole of Australia was fucking like up and about
yeah,
for that first
yeah.
fight. And it was, I remember because I was at the fight, not with him. I was in the fucking bleachers. But he showed me the video after and I was like, holy fuck. It must get you so pumped walking
Yeah.
out to like go and punch onto someone.
It
to
has
all
to
those
be
people.
such a science to it. Because I'm someone that like struggles to listen to a whole song if
Yeah.
I'm not vibing it for a second in my car. I'm like, next one.
Yeah.
So imagine you just pick the wrong song. And
Yeah, and
you like wish that
halfway
you
down
could
the
skip it the
runway,
whole
you're like,
way.
fuck, I should have chosen on
That's
John
why I
Cena.
like what Bam Bam does. He just has like fun songs.
Yeah,
Because I think
yeah.
it's just like, this is
And then
it.
you just
You got to
goes-
enjoy it. Because, see, I would be the same sort of thing. I wouldn't want to put on something too serious because I'd probably out-psych myself. I'd want
Yeah.
to have something a bit fun. So I
Yeah.
just like sort of forget what I'm doing. And then it's like, I'm here to fuck you. Like, there we go.
Welcome to the casting couch.
Yeah, shout out to Tommy Dahl.
All right.
Actually, imagine that for the boxing that we potentially will be doing if it ever goes ahead. My
Tommy
entrance is
Dahl.
just playing fucking highlights of Tom Dahl talking. Just to psych him out.
His greatest hits.
Yeah,
Before
can
you
you
give
imagine
him your
that?
greatest hits. Who's?
Yeah, Tom Dahl's greatest yarns.
Yeah.
Before his mouth
I
gets
don't-
permanently shut up.
That's big chat. Yeah.
Fuck, man, you've seen me. I've probably not hurt anyone.
No, we'll see how we go. Okay, everyone's favourite part of the sports show, our weekly tips. How do we go last week? I don't even know. Let me check.
I think I got it 8 from 8.
Bullshit.
Yeah, 100%.
No,
I did not get
you
it
tipped.
from 8.
You tipped the Dolphins with me.
I don't know, man. We're
Did you
not,
tip the
we're not
Titans?
looking.
Yeah, you
I
wouldn't have
don't
tipped the
know.
Titans. No accountability on this show.
Yeah, exactly. Tell me what I did.
I got 6 out of 8. There you go. Got to be happy with that. So we're in form. We'll claim it. Kicking things off tonight, Thursday, the 3rd of August. Roosters, Seagulls at the Sydney Cricket Ground.
Tough.
Very
I'll go on
tough.
the Sea Eagles because
Ooh.
the Roosters didn't really show anything last week. Sea
Yeah.
Eagles have a genuine push for the 8 this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. It's
and the
done
Roosters are
dusted for the
fucking
Roosters.
dead. Yeah.
I think, I'll
Tough game.
probably follow that in as well. Like we were at that game at the Gabba,
Yeah.
and I already forgot it because of how uneventful
Yeah.
the Roosters were.
It was the longest game of rugby league that's ever been played.
It was that ref fucking need to put his whistle away.
Jared had a fucking day out. He wasn't messing about, but
No.
I think
I'm gonna go against the grain and tip the Roosters here. I don't
to
know.
the
I
FCG.
just
they
got a
just lost
feeling.
at a cricket ground. They go on another cricket ground.
I've just got a feeling.
That's enough of an omen for me.
I've just got a feeling. I'm tipping the Roosters. Friday night, the early game, 6 p.m. Titans, Warriors.
Warriors.
Seabus Super Stadium, Gold Coast. I'm going the Warriors.
It's got to be the Warriors.
It's got to be the Warriors. Did you know that this is a rivalry game?
Why?
Were you aware of this? They play
No.
for a shield.
Really? There's too many fucking shields,
There's
isn't
too
there?
many shields. I asked, I won't say who it was from the Warriors, like a player, and I was like, what's the go? And from the Titans, I've asked both. Do you know what that shield's about? They're like, yeah, it's a like memorial thing, but it feels a bit forced.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
I did not know that.
Interesting.
Dude, Warriors currently sitting in 3rd. Have a listen to their run home. I looked at it the other day. It is so good. They are going to finish in the top 4. There you go. I said it.
Wow.
They've got the Titans this week, Tigers next week, Seagulls the week after, the Dragons, the
Oh.
Dolphins. That's their run home.
Yeah,
and
look,
they're
that's not too bad.
And they're sitting in 3rd.
That's fucked.
I don't think they drop any of those games.
I wonder if you could get a price from Bluey for them to win out.
Yeah, sure.
To like win every game. Yeah. Yeah.
Surely they could like work something out there.
For
'Cause
sure.
I'd jump on that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
The only maybe challenging one there is Manly.
Yeah. And
That's ridiculous.
if they're playing Manly, you're tipping them every day of the week.
And obviously this danger rivalry game that's coming up this weekend.
Yeah,
but
big game.
outside of that,
At Seabus, the fortress.
the fortress it is. That's what I was saying on Sunday when we lost. I was like, well, you can't go down to Seabus and expect to just get things done easily.
I reckon this next game on Friday night's the game of the round, 8 p.m. Bluebet Stadium in Penrith, the Panthers versus Storm.
Huge.
I, of course, am backing Melbourne. I think $3.23 is huge overs.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually agree. I think I'm going to tip the Storm as well. By no means am I confident in that. I just think they're due. I think the Panthers are due a loss. I wholeheartedly believe, and I've said this from the start of the season, that the Panthers won't win the premiership because you just don't win 3 years in a row. And I believe in that sort of shit all the time. So I just think they're due a loss, and the Storm will get it done.
I like Penrith just because it's a blue bet. Just because it's a blue bet,
Yeah.
it's a fortress there.
Yeah.
And they feel like, apparently the news out of Penrith is that they feel like they're a bit hard done by. They feel like people are writing them off, much like the two people in front of me here. And they want to really turn it into a bit of a fortress at blue bet. So I like them to make a bit of a statement game, but it's always a fucking classic when these two play this
Yeah.
time of year.
Yeah, fuck him. There's this bloke called Cam Munster, and he's going
Harry
to fuck
Grant.
you. And
Harry
Harry
Grant.
Grant. Oh, my
It's
God.
not in our market for this week, but if you take Harry Grant to score a try every week for every game of the season he
the
ever
rest
plays,
of your life.
you will end up on top.
Yeah.
You will end up on top. He scores a lot of tries. He's just a great footy player. So yeah, I'm going the Storm. Saturday, the game we've all been waiting for, 3 p.m.
The biggie.
up at Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. You've got the Cowboys versus the Bronx.
I'm going the Broncos.
Cowboys coming off a fucking flogging at the hands of the almighty Titans.
This could be the Cowboys season here.
Yeah. Could drop out of the 8 after this, bruh. Only 1 point in it.
Donny, what was it you said a couple of months ago that was recorded on video?
You have to be more specific.
When you weren't a North Queensland fan?
Oh,
So
no.
you must be going the Broncos this one.
So what I do is a bit of a character sometimes and a bit of performance work, and what you have is an excerpt from that, an edited.
Is that why you're a
excerpt from
cucky
that.
Cowboy
So wait,
tonight?
yeah, is the hat part of that or?
No,
'cause
that is who I truly am.
Have you already taken the
I
jersey
truly
off?
am a Stockman.
Yeah. You'll notice Donny's already taken his jersey off, hoping to dodge this question probably, but here we are. I've actually got a bit of a wager to place, Donny, for the podcast.
Okay, well before you, no, you go.
Okay,
You-
well,
you-
mine's going to be whichever teams loses, be it yours, the Cowboys, or mine, the Bronx, the other person will get a shirt made up, and you have to wear it on every sports show for the rest of the season. And it's basically going to say the Cowboys or the Broncos suck ass. So,
There's a bit on the line there.
Yeah.
I would love to get you a shirt that say the Broncos suck ass.
well, all you have to do is basically accept the bet, because part of the bet is if the Cowboys lose, you've got to wear a shirt that says the Cowboys suck ass, which shouldn't be a big deal for you because you're already on record saying
Yeah,
it.
you've already filmed yourself saying it.
I don't see. I'm confident going into this game.
Yeah, well, then accept the bet.
I accept the bet.
Okay, beautiful. And I
in
want
my
to add,
stride.
if the bet is broken and for whatever reason the losing
Never.
person doesn't have the shirt 1 week, got to go shirtless. On the pod.
Yeah.
Otherwise, oops, I forgot the shirt this week.
Yep.
No, there's no oops, I forgot the shirt. That's something that this just screams of Darcy wanting to get his rig out because he knows that the Broncos are going to lose on the weekend. He's been working hard.
Again.
He's been working on his mutters and he's looking better than he ever has. And he's like, oh, don't make me not wear a shirt on the having
Accept the bet.
It's done. I'm in.
Okay.
I'm in.
I love this.
There's only one person in jeopardy of having to do a podcast with no shirt on, and it's not me.
I just wanted to
And all
ask you
cluttered.
though, like,
I'll just do
obviously
it
it's always a
willingly.
classic matchup when these two play.
In a vacuum or some bullshit.
Well, they play in a vacuum in a
Mr.
black
Dyson
hole.
over here, yeah.
Yeah.
They're playing in Dyson. I just wanted to recall to you my favourite Broncos versus Cowboys moments over the years. And this is an impartial list.
Round 3.
Obviously,
this
round
year?
11, 2016, Cowboys 19, Broncos 18. Remember
How many
that
years
one?
ago is that?
When JT got hit in the back of play by then tamed Josh Maguire.
So how many
slotted a
moments
field
have
goal
you
to
got
win
here?
This is the top 3 moments ever.
Okay, so you had to go back 7 years to get a good one. Sure. Keep going.
Obviously, 20. No, well, this is the best ever.
Okay,
So,
yeah.
like, I mean, I know that recent history is like one thing. You don't want to go. You have to live in a weird area for the Broncos. You want to go back far, but you can't go back too far because then it's the grand final. You sucked ass the last 2 years, and now you're good again. So
I just live in the present, like most humans.
Yeah.
round 2,
the current-
2012, also another classic. 26-28, the Cowboys won that one. You remember that one? It was in the finals. It was a very, very fun game.
But honestly, no.
Oh no, round 2. That was after. Yeah, round.
You
2.
don't even remember when it was.
And then 2015, obviously the best Cowboys Broncos game all time.
Yeah. So that's been your one jab this whole season. Nice work.
And listen, I was a little bit rattled the whole time thinking about how I'm going to be shirtless, and I kind of got my foot in my mouth there. So now I'm sweating up a storm over here. Thinking
Yeah.
about
Well,
being
you know when you won't be
shirtless.
sweating up a storm? When you have no shirt on. So
Exactly.
get keen for that. I'll make sure the Cowboys suck ass shirt is nice and breathable for you too.
So you'll be making the shirt,
Yeah, I'll make the shirt.
okay?
Either way, I'll make the shirt.
I would like to make my shirt for you. Like, when the Cowboys win. I'd like to.
Yeah, but as long as it says Broncos suck ass
It'll
and not
say
something
Broncos
fucked.
suck ass.
Yeah. I was just thinking white shirt with that on it.
Well, I mean, you can do your own design. I'll do my own design.
Well, that's not what I had envisioned, but sure. Yeah, I'm not going to lose anyway, so it doesn't matter.
And what's the other bet that's on? Or is that?
Well, you bet me a case in that the Cowboys would beat us in round 3, and they didn't. And then you were like, "Oh, I'll give you the case," and I was like, don't worry about it." But then you wanted to bet another case. I was like, "Well, it's just double or nothing that." So, the worst outcome I have out of that is 0, and the best is 2 cases of bloke. So
Okay. Yeah, I like it.
sure,
There's 2 cases. I'm very confident. How confident are you that the Broncos get the win?
very confident.
Like-
You just
like
got done by the fucking Titans, and we're coming second.
So that's what I wanted to say. That round 2 game, they had lost to the Titans the game before, and then they went on to beat the Broncos in a tight.
Yeah, but the Titans were good then.
You're clutching at straws.
I'm just saying that's an omen.
Sure.
They lost and
I
had a
don't know.
classic game against the Broncos where they came out on top. They lost to the Titans and are about to have a classic game against the Broncos where they come out
Another
on top.
omen.
Look, the NRL has basically gone, the Cowboys are no hope here. And that's why they got the 3 p.m. slot on a fucking Saturday when it's a vacuum game between 2 rivals.
Well, the game could be
So-
any
Again,
time, really. It's in
I
the
know,
vacuum.
I know you hate recent history for some reason because it's probably the best indicator of form, but you could argue that the last time the 2 teams played and you chatted shit on the podcast, the Cowboys lost, and here we are again. So
I don't know if that's a very black and white way to look at it.
You're literally the reason why the Cowboys lose. Moving on. Next game, we've got Dolphins versus the Knights.
Optus.
At the Dolphins' home ground of Perth. I'm going the Knights here. The Knights are red hot.
they are red hot. I love the Finns, but I think they've run out of steam.
Yep.
Yeah, they're done.
I think they need the end of the season. Valiant effort this year. Like, you can't be fucking upset with how well they've
And
done.
I think the competition has been so much closer than it's been any other year.
Yeah.
Like most of the years, they would be higher than 13th with how they've gone.
Yep.
I will say I know that they're very excited to be over in Perth, and they're pulling out all the stops to be there, and the whole organization's red hot to be there. So maybe
Maybe
boys
they
are
turn up.
keen,
Yeah.
But I think they want to make a good impression their
Yeah.
first time over there.
New
but
team, so they,
The
yeah.
Knights are just KP.
The Knights are fucking looking good.
On the weekend, KP was
Dude,
everywhere.
Sorry for fucking going off on a tangent here. I saw someone, I can't remember who it was, in the media saying that he thinks if they pick the Australian team tomorrow, Tedesco would be number 1. And I think, obviously a biased Queenslander, I think Tedesco would be number 3 in line for the fullback
Yeah,
jersey.
you got Reece and Kalen.
100%.
Yeah.
Ponga is on fire.
Yeah.
And how can you not pick Walsh? I suppose Tedesco's got way more runs on the board and the incumbent. But
Ponga did have one of the big dick moves of the season saying, "Oh, it's okay, don't pick me for Origin. Need to get myself right."
and now
it's
he's just
gone on
fucking
and
carving
everyone's
up.
like, that's
Yeah.
my boy.
Yeah, exactly.
That is our boy.
Exactly. Anyway, sorry, I just had to get that out
That's
there.
all right. Knights win by a bit.
Yeah, I backed the Knights there too, all the way in Perth.
Rabbits, Sharkies. I think the Rabbits win this one and the Sharks drop out of the 8 this week.
Yep.
The Sharks drop out of the 8 this week due to a Rabbits victory.
I think Rabbits are having a very, very strong run home.
Yep.
Head of steam. And I think the Sharks are actually doing the opposite. So
Yeah.
the fact that they're meeting
The Sharks
now.
are the Broncos of 2022,
Yeah,
bro.
100%.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah,
That is-
thank you.
I like
Thank
that.
you, Donald.
Yeah,
Breaking news.
Donny agrees. So yeah, I'm going the Rabbits by a lot.
Yeah, I think they both have the potential to be pretenders, but the idea that Souths are anywhere near pretenders like Sharks are.
Yep.
And I think Souths, they did well last week against the Tigers, but I think they will be a bit disappointed
Bro,
in some of their effort areas. So they're going to come out and make an example out of the Sharks.
Pre-Origin, Souths were being touted as this is their unlosable season.
Yeah.
Like it's their premiership. But then like last week they're out of the 8 basically.
Yeah.
Like it's fucked. Rabbitohs hump and hump hard.
Yeah, they do.
They fuck like bunnies.
Yes.
They fuck like bunnies.
Hard and fast.
Hard,
Big way.
fast, and they spread fucking
Seed.
seed and pill everywhere.
Sunday the 6th of August, the Eels versus the Dragons, Combank Stadium, Sydney.
Probably the game I'm most excited for this weekend.
Well,
Said
Josh,
no one.
just you wait till the 4 p.m. game on Sunday.
This Sunday is a blockbuster.
I'll be taking the Eels here.
Yeah. Not
Pretty sure they
confidently,
were 8th last week, weren't they?
Yeah, they could have been.
And now they've dropped out after a humping.
Eels for me.
Yeah, I'm going Eels.
yeah, easily Eels.
And
Easily.
to close out the round, we've got the Raiders versus the Tigers in Canberra.
The somehow 5th place Raiders, who no one has spoken
With
about
what, a
all
minus
season.
78 points difference in 5th. That's got to be some kind of
Really?
fucking record. Yes.
Wow.
Holy.
Yes. They haven't won by more than 10 all season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Just ridiculous.
I did not know that. I'm going the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going the Raiders.
You know what? Just as a bit of like a swing at the last game of the round, I liked what the Tigers showed in flashes on Friday night. I reckon they could do them just because I want Canberra to start crumbling and folding.
Yeah, I
away.
think they will crumble.
The way that they played last week, I think it was against the Knights. They just showed nothing.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
absolutely nothing. And it was funny. I think it was Dan Janane on commentary. It was like, they're going to want to play better than this next week to get a win, which isn't necessarily true against the Tigers.
Yeah.
But I think that the Tigers might have just one more trick up their sleeve for the season.
Looking at the 8 boys, a few weeks out from finals here, we've got top 4, Penrith, Broncos, Warriors, Storm. I think that's pretty much locked. They might jump around amongst each other. But that, for me, is the top 4 come the end of the season. Then 5 to 8 is Raiders, Rabbits, Sharks, Cowboys, followed by Knights, Seagulls, Eels. Do you reckon there's any change in the bottom 8, the bottom 4 of the top 8 there? I reckon Sharks drop out.
Sharks drop out, and I think the Knights come in. And
Are the Seagulls any chance?
bro, the thing is, Knights, Seagulls, and Eels could probably all be in there. I
Yeah.
think the Seagulls and Knights win this weekend.
Yeah.
Bro, if the Raiders get upset by the Tigers, they could be on a
Dude,
slide.
the Raiders only, 26 is the Cowboys in 8th position. Raiders only 2 points ahead of them. As Donny just said, they've got a fucking negative 78 points difference.
Yeah.
What's their run home like? Let me
Cowboys
check.
have potential to drop out of the 8 just for this week.
They
but
do. Should somehow, some way they lose to the Broncos, who is a tier 1 team, as we all know.
Unlike the Cowboys.
There is the potential that they drop out, but I think the Cows have enough to get back in there. All I know for a fact, there's no way the top 8 looks like this in 3 weeks' time.
Well,
Definitely not
here's the
5.
Raiders,
Raiders
run.
are fast.
Here's the Raiders run home. They got the Tigers, obviously this week we just talked about. Storm next week, very tough. Doggies, Broncos, Sharks, tough.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Got to play Sharks, Bronx, and the Storm.
At what point do they play the Sharks too?
The
Last.
last round. That's
Going to be a
that's going to be
massive
that's
game.
going to be a
Could be a
battle for
decider.
a top 8 spot.
You'd have to assume so, because the Sharks have a horrid run too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Sharks, they're in danger of dropping down to 12th in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're in
It is
trouble.
so tight. I love this.
They got Rabbits, Titans, Cowboys, Knights, Raiders. So again, tough. There's big games in there. They play the Cowboys and the Knights and the Raiders. So they're all battling for those bottom 4 spots in the top 8. So it's going to be an interesting end of season. I'm fucking horny for it.
Yes.
But that's probably all we got time for this evening.
Yeah, fucking see you later.
See you later, alligator.
See you later.
See you in your fucking Cowboys suck ass shirt next week, you loser.
Doubt it. I fucking cooked those 3 games.